Okay, so this tutorial is to show you some things about 365 and also just a couple troubleshooting things in case you run into issues with submitting things to the blog or whatever. So anyway, first thing is, I know a lot of you already know what I'm about to tell you about 365, but I run into these same issues every single semester, and so I just kind of want to make sure everybody's on the same page. All right, when you are here at school, okay, everybody, when you log into a computer, has access to this 365 icon on the desktop. When you are here at school and we are doing any work, okay, I expect you to use 365. You no longer have access to your student number where you can save things there. The county is doing away with that. We were told they were doing away with it as of January, so it's going away if it hasn't already. So I do not recommend you save anything to your student number anymore. Saving something to My Documents on any local computer because you can't get to it if you need it. 365 is a free version of using Word, PowerPoint, all of the stuff you need from Microsoft Office, especially if you have a Mac at home or something like that. What you need to do is when you're here at school, click on the 365 icon and it will take you directly to your 365 account, okay? Because you are already logged into the computer. Now, if you are at home, and this is the part that I need for you to really listen to, if you are at home and you want to access 365, do not go to the internet and Google for 365 because you will not get to the most updated version of your documents if you don't go through the Cobb County server to access 365. So what you need to do is go to the Cobb County homepage, okay? It's cobbk12.org. Go to the Parents tab, all right? So, if you're on the homepage, you will go up here, go to the Parents tab. I don't know why they don't make a Students tab, but you'll see here, it says Office 365 sign in. And then you can also get to your student view from there, but this is where you need to go in order to sign in to your 365 account from home. If you don't, and you just Google 365 and try to sign in from there, it's not going to sync with our server and your documents may not all show up. And the most recent version of your document may not show up. And I can't tell you how many students have panicked and told me, but my document didn't show up when I was at home and blah, 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 because they didn't listen. So go in through the Cobb County website. And when you click on that, when you're at home, it's going to make you log in with your first name dot last name login. But if you're at school, it's just going to take you straight to it. So please remember that. Okay, when you are in 365, okay, so I'm going to go back through like we are at school. Here is another huge thing that happens, okay? So you've got a document that you have typed in 365. You want to submit it to my blog. Well, you cannot submit directly from 365 to my blog. In fact, I don't even know how to do that, but students do it all the time. This is just simply an online version of Word right now. It is not a separate Word document that you can attach. And if you attempt to do that, or if you try to copy this URL up here, or if you try to, sorry, I don't know if I just lost you there, but if you try to copy this URL, if you try to go over here and share it with me, that is not going to work when you are in the blog. I need for you to make sure that you do this. You've got your document pulled up, whether it's a PowerPoint, a Word, go over here to File, hit Save As, download a copy, okay? Download a copy. That is going to download the document as an actual Word document so that you can attach it to my blog. So it's going to ask you what to do with it. Well, for your purposes, you probably just need to save it somewhere on your computer. So if you're here at school, you're going to have to just temporarily save it to your My Documents, because you're only going to need to save it for a minute just to get it attached to my blog. But you, after that, should never need to access it again. If you want to open it, you can. But, if you open it, you'll see what happens is it opens up in an actual Word document that is local. Okay, so you can see right here where it's opened up the document. All right, so that is what you need to do, is make sure that you go over here, File, Save As, and then download a copy. Or you can submit it as a PDF. Either one is fine. But just make sure that you do not try to submit anything to my blog directly from 365. Okay. The next thing I want to talk to you about is oftentimes students have issues with all of a sudden they can't attach something in the blog. They say, oh, it's not working, Ms. Williams, the blog's not working. It is almost 99.9% of the time something on your end. Blackboard as a blog service almost never is not working, okay? So if you cannot attach a document or if you cannot access the blog, you're logging in incorrectly or something is wrong on your end. And here's a couple things you can do to troubleshoot so that you can attach to the blog, okay? If you are unable to download a document, attach a document, no matter what it is, if it's to the blog or anywhere else, this is usually what fixes it. First of all, the blog works better in Chrome, okay? So one thing you can try from home is if the blog isn't working for some reason, it's glitching, whatever, doing weird things, try logging in from a different search engine. So if you're in Explorer, close out, go to Chrome. If you're in Chrome, close out, go to Explorer. You can also try Firefox. Just try a different search engine. Sometimes that is the problem, okay? Now, 90% of the time, though, the problem is that whatever computer you are using, and it's going to be mostly your home computer, if this happens, your cache where you and your family have downloaded documents and attached documents for months and months or whatever, your cache on your computer in your browsing history has gotten full. And this is what you need to do, especially in the browser you use the most. So let's say mostly you use Chrome and you're trying to attach a document in Chrome, it's not working. Okay, so you go in and a lot of you know this, but you go into Chrome or Internet Explorer, which both of them kind of look similar when you do this. This little 3-dot thing up here, click on that, okay? Go to History, okay? Click on History. What you want to do is you want to go into your history and you want to clear the browsing data, okay? So right here, you click on Clear Browsing Data. What this is, this shows you a history of everything you have searched for however many months or whatever it is that it holds, depending on your computer's memory. But go to Clear Browsing Data, okay? And you want to, I suggest clear everything for all time, because what's happened is your cache, the thing that kind of holds all the downloads, all the PDFs, everything you have opened up, you and multiple people in your family that use a computer, it's gotten clogged. So these 3 things should be checked. Clear data. If you clear it from all time, it's going to completely wipe out everything, clean it out, and freshen up your cache, and you should not have problems attaching documents. Now, if there are places that your family members or you go to all the time that you haven't bookmarked, and you're used to like using the drop-down menu or something up here to see, places you've been before, it's going to erase all that. So you can also, just delete for the last 7 days, for the last month, just to get it somewhat cleared up. But I would suggest just clearing this out, clearing out your cache every month or so. so that this doesn't happen to you. So that's another thing you can do to troubleshoot. Same thing in Internet Explorer. It's virtually the same when you go to Internet Explorer. So you just go in up here, the three dots, go to, let's see, history, right? Same thing. Clear history, same thing, clear, okay? So you can even set it to clear your cache every time you close out. You can do that if you want to. A lot of people don't realize that, but anyway, those are two things you can do that almost always correct the issue when you can't submit something to the blog. Please try troubleshooting and taking care of that before you start texting me and asking me, telling me you can't submit something or that there's a problem with the blog. If those two things fail, trying a new browser or clearing your cache, if those two things fail and you still are having issues, then obviously you need to text me or come see me.